Gaurav, welcome to Velox Media. How does it feel to be Gaurav yourself and being a technology leader in the cybersecurity space?
Um, Thanks, Joy, for having me in this Cyber Surakshit Summit. Being as a Gaurav in technology field, I find myself as a quite blessed one that been there in the industry and been associated with the multiple projects with nation build scalable projects, which is into a mega scale environment. So I'm quite happy that being as the contributor to a very small at my and the behest of my technology orientation that I feel myself as a very proud individual as an Indian.
So, Gaurav, can you speak a little bit about what is the trend in the cybersecurity space, specifically in Bharat, in India?
See, as you know, that India is moving towards Viksit Bharat 2047, and what we believe that every single component as the every individual level that all the services had been initiated with the digital transformation. So it's very vital to have that entire infrastructure to be secure enough. So when you look at the entire ecosystem for a cyber security, so every information, every data, every that the component which has been collected by the different ecosystems need to be very secure. So in India, as of now, it's a biggest growing market that the whole world is recognized as us as the developing country towards a security orientation country. That the best of the resources we do have it. That the most technological advances, different use cases we have in India. The whole world is coming back to India and then looking forward that whatsoever the kind of a solution we are offering, that the different use cases you'll never find out anywhere in the part of the world. So we have that leverage that any component which has to come in India, that firstly need to be validated, their use cases, their peak performance on those particular components, and then to sell it out to the rest of the world. So I think this is a platform what we are giving to the rest of the world, that whatever the components what we are offering as a solution, as a services, that this country is giving to the rest of the world for develop mode of that. Now, when we look at that, what is the contribution from India on a technology from the cyber security scenarios? I think that the kind of projects what we have it, whatsoever the initiatives the government of India has taken towards the cyber suraksha entire environment, I would call it as more from the digital transformation scenarios. Every field, every vertical, every domain is coming on that particular part where that these components had to be evolved, and while providing those particular evolvement into the infrastructure, this is the best phase, and I think another 5 to 7 years are going to be quite interesting, quite exclusive for the technology advancements, and this is a phase where we have to make it as a developed country.
Gaurav, I think it's very pertinent to ask you because you don't come with a lens of a company or a certain sector, be it government or private. So it'll be very pertinent to ask you as a technology leader is do you think to make a cyber secure Bharat, it's only the responsibility of government or the private players or a synergy would be needed to ensure this?
I think rightly you mentioned that I've been there in the every part of the table, every corner of the table, being as into a consultant, being as a vendor, a customer, being as a security provider, that solution provider, being as an OEM, as well as an integrator for that. So I have seen all the kind of scenarios, and what I saw that it's not the responsibility of one single individual, being as a 140 crore of a population that we all have to contribute all together. It's not a one single individual's responsibility or a department or a industry or vertical or a domain itself that we are on the roads, we are on the streets. If I'm doing my bit of a job, I think this is more like as a nation building mechanism for it. So making it as a cyber security oriented nation as a India, everybody has to contribute it. So it's not dependent only onto the government. It's a ministry or a person or an individual as a OEM or as a consultant. So it's a part of everyone's job, and I believe that the entire India is moving towards a one single formation, what the government of India has called for 2047 Viksit Bharat in a cybersecurity mode as well.
So, Gaurav, being a technology leader, wearing so many hats, is it tiring? What is that personal motivation that drives you to do what you are doing?
Okay, very nice one. I think since beginning, when I entered into this industry, I thought that what is the maximum the evolution I could make it for myself. Daily, I have to compete with myself. Daily, I have to see that what is the maximum the capabilities or the ultimate goal I have to fix for myself. I did that. I raised my bar with my own competition, and by the Almighty God's grace, with the blessings of the parents, siblings, and the family, the kind of a contribution they have given it into my personal behest as well as into my career. The strength is like that you have to contribute some or the other way. I've been very blessed with very scalable projects like Project Daira in early days. That it was a amalgamation of the defense forces, the first forensic lab in India that was designed by me and worked on that part. Been there in a Delhi Safe City, which is a part of a Nirbhaya project. That the entire architecture is mine. Been worked with the Navy, Defense Services, the Army officials. Been very closely worked with the law enforcement agencies as well. I've been there into APEC, Middle East, as well as a certain universal or global projects. When you look around at the back of that 28 years of a legacy and the kind of an experience I carried out, I think that the day by day that the motivation is all about that what you have done in past, that's a legacy. You have to make it at the next level. So I'm not taking my step onto a one single mode, and I have to say that tomorrow is a new day. I have to learn new technology. We are in the field where every day the learning process is there. So in the same process, I've started few of the courses in IIT Kanpur, as well as I'm doing my research in PhD doctorate for AI and cybersecurity. So though I'm 46 plus, but I think this is a time that you can learn at any point in time, and this is every day's motivation is all about.
That's indeed very inspiring, Gaurav. I wish you all the best and may you get all the blessings of the Almighty and all the love of the people that you work with. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thanks, Joy, for having me. Thank you.